reef knot, left, over right, and under, right, over left, and under, and pull the reef knot. So, show you the reef knot again. Left, over right, and under, right, over left, and under, and pull. Easy way to check that it's formed correctly is it should slide like that, and even if it's pulled very tight, it should still be feasible if you need to release it by giving it a push, and then it goes slack and you can remove the ends. This is I've formed this loop, but this could be a pre-made loop. Take this end up through the loop, round the back, take this end then through that top gap that we formed, and then begin to pull it down, and then return to that side and pull it down, and we've got a sheep bend. Again, so this time it's going to be the double sheep bend, so we're going to start the same, again with a loop that might be a preformed loop in the end of a piece of rope, and we're going to go up through the hole, and we're going to go around the back, and we're going to come through the same as we did on the previous one, but this time instead of pulling tight we're going to go around the back again and go through next to where we went last time. So the same hole, just right next to it, and then as we pull down and neaten it up, we get a double sheep bend, which is just a way of getting a bit more strength and a little bit less movement in the same sort of style. So this is the bowline. We're going to form a loop with a twist, which like that, which shows the bottom part going in and round, and the top piece that comes off comes round to our working end. We then need to pick up our loop, keeping it the same shape. And there's a story that goes with this one. We're going to go rabbit up through the hole, nips round the back of the tree, has a look around, hello, sees a fox, ah! Dives, as any rabbit would, back down its hole. And it keeps going down its hole to make sure it gets well away as it pulls away. And by holding the tree as we pull, we form a very strong, secure loop, which is the bowline or bowline. Okay. So that was one bowline, which, as I said, forms in one end of a piece of rope. However, if we take another piece of rope and go through any loop, which in this case happens to be made by bowline, and feed it through before we start forming a bowline, as before, make a hole, new rabbit, red rabbit in this case, comes up through the hole, nips round the back of the tree, has a look around, sees the fox, ah! Runs back down the hole and keeps running while the tree stays still. So you've now formed another bowline, which in this case is two bowlines, which are forming a join between two pieces of rope. And the other beauty about bowline is if we turn it upside down, see this piece across the back, one finger, push it down gently like that, and it's now broken the back of the knot, which means this piece now freely flows, despite having just pulled on it, freely flows up, which allows that piece to be slipped out, and it's easily taken apart. I'm going to form a figure of 8. So, piece there. Now this isn't for joining ends together. However, it does stop ropes running out through holes. If you've got something with a hole in it, just a little bit bigger, just the same size as the rope, you could feed the cord through and tie this in the end, and the two things would be joined. So, we take this end, we cross over the top. We then take it back underneath. And then we're going to head away from us, down through that hole. And there's no prizes for why it's called the figure of 8, because that is definitely a number 8. Figure of 8 again, across the front, round the back, poke it down through the hole and pull. And as you can see, there's the figure of 8 again. So, as well as the standard figure of 8, if you need a bit more to join with two ends of a rope, you can do exactly the same process. So you take both ends at the same time, across both, behind both, and away through the centre of the holes, and you can form a double figure of 8 in the ends of 2 ropes, which allows 2 ropes to commonly fail to fit through a hole, whilst also meaning that they now can move largely in tandem. Alternatively, if we get rid of the end altogether and take this loop, or the bite, we can form the double figure of 8 in that very quickly and easily, which provides both a very quick and simple loop, although not as easy to dismantle if you needed to in a hurry afterwards, but good for a quick loop, and also provides a really good chunky stopping knot, so that even a slightly oversized hole is securely stoppered.